I hitchhiked to Montreal when I was 16 years old. Grew up in a small town, Peterborough, Ontario. And, there wasn't a lot of room for art, so I hitchhiked, man. I was going east or west on the highway. I ended up going east, and I came down to Montreal, hit the clubs, and it was acid jazz movement at the beginning of the 90s. And I was playing with a lot of cats around here. I ended up hooking up with Poetic from the Gravediggers around that time, and back and forth to Brooklyn. So it was my journey, man. I ended up in Brooklyn working with a cat named Wrench Audio from a band called Gangsta Grass. It's a bluegrass rap band out of New York. I went down to Brooklyn, and it was 3 days before Christmas, right before the pandemic, and I took a Greyhound bus down there, which I'll never do again. If you ever rolled on a Greyhound, there's a guy going to Washington to kill his brother, I think, at the time, sitting beside me.
Oh, wow.
No, so I went down there, and I went down there and I started the project with Wrench Audio in Brooklyn. And yeah, man. So it's just I walk's just a journey about, if you want the highs, you got to know the lows, and especially in this business and entertainment, man, you got to know from where you come, where it is you want to go. And for me, I know where I'm from, and my goal is always to reach people with art. And I've been on that mission since I'm a kid, on a mic since I'm 13, and I just kept rolling with it. People that took me in under their wings were guys that were feeding the neighborhood, man, and they were the cool cats with the $5,000 suits on the block. And I ended up immersing myself in the jazz clubs, and like I said, acid jazz, man. I was intrigued by the horns and the movement of music, and Jay Dilla, and like Jay Dilla, hats off to Jay, because Jay Dilla changed my life, man. You know what I mean? So I just jumped on a mic, man, when I got here, and it's been flowing since. Led me to Brooklyn, led me to UK, and we signed with Capitol Records with Brand 3000 before, and we just had our 25th anniversary, getting inducted to the Canadian Music Hall of Fame. I walked just about that journey,